You definitely crushed it on your interview yesterday, so definitely kudos to you. Um, Definitely honored to interview you, to bring more awareness to women in the NFT space. You have a great project, so let's just jump into it. So, how did you get into the whole NFT metaverse or space, whatever you want to talk about?
So so I started getting into the NFTs. One reason, it's a couple of reasons. At first, because I had lost my job. I was separated from my job, and then because of that, it kind of drew me. You get into this thinking stage where you're like, "What's my purpose? Why am I here?" And then I had been depressed for like 6 months. And then I'm just like, you know what, I just need to get out of it. And within that time, simultaneously, correct? So basically just realizing, getting back to art and realizing that, I have a purpose. And my family, my dad now that just got diagnosed with cancer, my sister, which is actively going through chemotherapy as well. And I just kind of figured, I can do something, I can make a difference. And use this project to kind of like bring mental health and cancer awareness. So it kind of like um, arrived where all these thoughts started coming in, and just like making the lemon, lemonade out of a lemon, because in reality, that's, try to persevere and be resilient towards like different situations. Yeah.
Definitely, and I know you're big on family, which is kind of like what attracts a lot of people toward you. You're very humble, but you do a great job of showing care for people. You're good in the space as far as teaching. You have a lot of how-to tutorials, so that's amazing just in itself. And plus, it's free. Your content's out there. You have a great project. I'm looking at it right now. You mind explaining what is it, the astronauts?
Yeah, so the astronauts came from, okay, I figured, we're going into the space, and it's out of this world. So that's where the astronaut came from. So from there, I kind of played with it, and was like, okay, well, just me adding colors was going to just be too plain for me. I like to be extra, is what people usually call me. They're like, man, you're extra. And I was like, well, you know what? If I'm extra, then you're boring. So I kind of added those traits in there, and they're all hand drawn. 15 pieces, one of ones. They're stored in, or they live in the SolSea blockchain. And so I basically added where, so each trait is like a perception of a leader. So my view and my point of view basically is anybody can be a leader, whether you're like a police officer, a regular person, a mom, LGBTQ, a person of color. Anybody really can be a hero. It doesn't necessarily have to be where, you have this title. And I think that, a lot of times we just kind of like overthink the title, uh, stigma of just, oh, he's this, so I want to, be either associated with him or not. So this is basically like a inclusive kind of project where we want to make people feel like they're human, and not just because they have a title that they're good enough just because of that. I think everybody should be good enough, and this is why mainly I created these traits at the with the collection. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely see it. I've been in your Discord. I try to be active as I can. There's a lot going on. You have a lot of other people that are there helping out. It's definitely a positive atmosphere. It's a safe space, as you can say. But yeah, definitely, I can see where you're heading. I know you have merch, so and you're pretty hands on the merch, and I'm all about
Right.
merch. I got to help out my boys.
Right. I love that.
NFT Bear, and I got the pillow. What talk to us about the merch. I know you got some cool stuff, t-shirts. What do we have?
So we started with the so anybody that buys like the project buys into the or holds the project is gets its free t-shirt with that purchase, right? But the reason why I mainly kind of went out of the box with the merch is because of the mental health and the cancer awareness as well, because everything that is bought in the merch website is going to be 10% of it is going to be donated to mental health and cancer awareness, which is nonprofit organizations that are either locally or the community can suggest on. Of course, we implemented the hoodies because a lot of people like hoodies and sweaters. So within those sweaters and merchandise, we kind of incorporated the inspirational quotes. So the inspirational quotes, along with an NFT on the back and a QR code on how to contact and how to get involved in the community, went perfectly, like seamlessly, really well, because it kind of went with the theme and also kind of like inspire other people to kind of like not give up, or I'm creating in shambles, because a lot of times we are broken and art is like our getaway. So that's mainly why I did it, and I think it's going very well. And along with that, um I have like different accessories that you can kind of like put on as an add-on. For example, the rhinestone little shoelace, and I have an example right here. But yeah, it's really neat. Like, and I love it. So yeah, just that, and just how we can help the community. Like, for example, now we probably have another week to go on the Uvalde. Like, I am not making anything out of this. All of it is going to the Uvalde families for any purchases that are made. So it's all about helping everybody else. And I believe that once you get that that kind of like mindset, where it's not about you, you need to see that everybody else around you has it a little bit worse than you, or not as good as you do, and being able to provide that value to people around you to kind of like either succeed in the world. So
Amazing, amazing. I know you're pretty active on the Twitter Spaces too, and it's funny because I know you were just a little anxious about the conference. We had like a little conversation, but I knew you would do well. I see you as a leader. I see you as a boss. I see you as a person of influence. But I know you're pretty big, or you're growing on Twitter Spaces. Tell us about that. Just explain how the energy is in the whole.
So the Twitter Spaces, I decided to do it because, of course, you got to try to be active with your community, and also kind of like to build deeper connections. So I did this thing where at first I went on a Twitter Space alone, and I didn't have but like one person or two people in there. And that's only because, I had already connected with them through TikTok. So to me, it's like, yeah, they count, but also like, where's everybody, So it does take a toll, and it is a process where you do have to be patient and be like, okay, don't give up, please don't give up, because it'll eventually come. And with that mindset and having these weekly spaces to build these deeper connections, I always have it. And that comes to where you kind of humble yourself, because that comes to where if you ever do, like right now, I do get a lot of people in there, and it's got to the point where I empower others to host their own Twitter Spaces, because I remember the position I was in when I didn't have anybody in there. So now I empower others to co-host with me, and then kind of wing them out to kind of like host their own space, and then so on and so forth, so they can grow as well. So it's not like a one thing or one direction kind of thing.
Right. No, definitely hear that. I know you're big on content too. I follow you on TikTok. You're always grinding. You're always putting out videos. How do you crank out so much? How do you crank out so much videos in a day? You know, sometimes.
Uh, I have to thank the Red Bulls, honestly. I say Red Bull because I used to drink a lot of Red Bull, but now my go-to drink is the Ghost and the Celsius. And I do have to thank them because I mean, this is not a sponsorship or anything. I'm not trying to endorse them, but I do, that kind of gives me that oomph to kind of create those videos. And also, going through the feed and kind of like I see like a catchy trending sound, and I kind of like emulate that and go ahead and create it and post it. And 9 times out of 10, I'm mostly on TikTok than anything, but that's part of the process. But I love being funny with the videos and also trying to educate, people when they don't know something or they ask something. I'm able to kind of like do the instructional kind of part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
Cool. What about like the future of your NFT projects? Do you have anything like maybe in the 3 month span or a 6 month span coming up?
Yes. So right now, for example, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have 7 phases. I just kind of revamped the website if anybody wants to go and look at it, but we have 7 phases. We're on phase 6 right now. And I know that possibly, phase 7 is going to take, a lot longer, like possibly 2-3 years, because we're building, right? So obviously we're headed through the right direction. And right now we have, done the 100 club giveaways, which is the airdrops. We've done like every week we do a giveaway on our Discord with the battle royale. We do the lives. We do the Twitter spaces, and we've done collabs, which hasn't came out yet. We're still like taking other people's art in collaboration to post those, and those are going to be given also proceeds to charity. So this is like 3 things that are coming, is like that NFT collection with the charity, which is collaborative, and the team that we're building. So the team that we're building, for lack of better explanation, is basically very cost effective, which is complimentary. It has no cost to anybody in the community that wants to join a space where we can come together. And for example, if you know how to do a smart contract and I know how to do the art, we can exchange our time and our skills where, there's a resource for you. So instead of paying for that service, you're getting it for free because you're exchanging time and skills with that other person. So that's what we have going on right now, where we're kind of recruiting and onboarding those those artists. And that's going to be a very exclusive thing where only like for example, we have five people right now, and two of them that I still need to add in. If you look at the website, everything's in there. We have their picture, their title, what they can help you with. So if anybody were to come in and kind of join the team, they're able to know exactly what they're looking for. Oh, well, this person knows how to do art. I can reach out to her and get, exchange my skill for her art. So it's kind of like a collaboration experience, and just where it's more accessible to those artists that don't have the resources or the bandwidth to actually, pay a marketer or pay an artist or pay anything like that. So that is eventually going to provide staking and assets in the future for our members that are onboarded. And then after selling, out the first and second collection, we're going to go ahead and evolve with the coffee trucks. So we're going to have a coffee truck for every basically, let's say if you're a holder and you don't want the coffee truck, but you're willing to have the coffee truck where you're located so people can come around you, and you get all the benefits that come with the coffee truck. And along with that, and this is within phase 6. Okay. So along with that, we want to be able to provide like coffee for the homeless or coffee for charity, and stuff like that. It's all about community and helping. So we want to be able to provide those resources to mental health and cancer and the homeless or people that need it, and that's the whole purpose, to be able to help people that are around you and lift them up and bring them up so they can be leaders, because they might not feel fit for being a leader, which, anybody can do it. So those are the 3 things that we're working on.
So I guess you can say you're bossing people up, you're like leveling them
Yeah.
up. You're giving them the tools and the resources.
Right.
Definitely, you're not taking anything for it. It's your Discord is free. Tell us about your website, because I know you talked about it. Where can we find more information on that?
So it's going to be ladybossleader.com, just like that. And then I did want to mention, because you said boss up, and that's one of the reasons why I came up with this name, because all the ladies need to have some sort of leadership, right? All the bosses, which is the guys. Of course, there's a difference between a leader and a boss. We most of us know this, but that was implemented for, the male aspect. And then the leader, which is like for everybody. So everybody can be a leader, whether you're a lady or a guy. So, or anybody, like, because there's other orientations that are out there too. They can be leaders too. So that's where the name came from. But the website itself is ladybossleader.com.
Cool. Yeah, and the coffee truck, I did see that. That is an amazing idea. Coffee, everybody loves coffee, and apparently recently it extends your life capacity, so that makes it
Yeah.
more addicting
Right.
as a drink. But that's awesome. Let's take a QA from the chat. Let's say Dream Big says, "What's your biggest defining moment so far?" I like that.
My biggest defining moment is basically the people that the people that believe in me, because I'm gonna get a little emotional, but because I stress so much about coming from the bottom and being able to bring those people up, it kind of like, it's a satisfaction, because I want people to, I'm sorry.
No,
I want people to succeed. There's times that you don't have a meal, or you make this big move in your life, and coming from Chicago and where I grew up, in the it was almost the projects, because they were so poor, and you could hear the gunshots every night in the alleys,
all day.
all day, every day. So just having that, and also like helping those people that are might not live that far, because they have a health condition, especially mental health and everything else, but the satisfaction of having that support, you cannot imagine how many times, like, okay, somebody stitches my video or duets it, and I'm just like bawling, because I'm like, really, did I do that? Like I am nobody, like, but I am, sometimes you're your biggest critic. So that in itself has been the most impactful. And this is why I love being in this space, is because there's so much support. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Good. You're good. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if you were on yesterday. It was really
Yeah.
emotional in the keynote.
Yeah.
We're a little emotional here, but hey, that's okay, man. People love transparency. People love seeing our emotions, and it just creates a bond with with the holders and the people that are interested in the project. People that are just looking for positivity, and it's something that you provide. We definitely appreciate that, Lady Boss. I know you're big on mental health, and that's something that I want to get into. And definitely, how are you helping your followers or your community with mental health? Because I know it's such a big pillar of who you are and what you're driving every day.
So, people always say, start small, right? So we have started small. And for example, just to give you a like viewpoint, um, or perspective, there has people that came up to me, and we all have issues, right? We all have problems. We all have things going around us, but they've came up to me and they're like, I'm going through this, my wife just did this, or my boyfriend, or my girl, or issues, right? There's a channel in my Discord where we motivate people, we express our gratitude, because gratitude is really important. If you don't have gratitude, and this is where what I was telling you earlier about being able to be grateful for what you have, any little simple object that you have in front of you, for example, a cup of coffee, a cup, a phone. There's people out there that don't have these things, right? And sometimes you think to yourself and say, it's so simple to get a phone. You just go work and buy one. Well,
Right.
a lot of people don't even have a shower. So to even find a job. So anyway, there's the gratitude where it teaches you, where you kind of like drop a emoji, or drop a gif, or drop an inspirational quote. What are you grateful for today? And we feed off of that, because that brings your endorphins, and it brings up your spirit to kind of think positive and have a better mindset. Now, I'm not going to say everybody's perfect, because we're not. And we also have a channel for mental health. So when you are going through a problem, or when you need to vent, and it's healthy to vent, it's healthy to take 5 minutes and tell me what your problem is. We kind of address it, kind of dissect it, and see, look, we acknowledge your feeling. This is what you can do. You can either, you haven't showered for 3 days, 4 days, and because you're mad at this particular situation, let's go out and walk. Let's get on a call and walk. Let's walk together. Let's do things together. So we either get on a call, or sometimes just a simple conversation is enough. So just, long story short, getting them or prompting them to do these things, because sometimes you're so caught up in that thought where you don't even know yourself that, look, maybe if I did this, I would feel better. So being there for somebody is what we're starting with. And then being able to gather those health professionals to bring them in and have webinars to kind of bring that mental health awareness as well. So that's in the health awareness aspect of it.
Yeah, your webinars are great. I know you have like workshops and you teach and you're all hands on. Kudos to you for providing, like I said, providing people that resource, because a lot of people are on here in the metaverse or in the whole NFT space, and it's a money grab. They're charging you, they're giving you some tutorial,
Right.
some training course, but I
Yeah.
love seeing you, and I love seeing like your positivity and your goals for mental health awareness. I mean, that's huge. Self care. You have to take care of yourself. You're your number one priority, because
Right.
how are you going to treat someone else with that same dignity and respect when you can't do that for yourself? But that's something that you're providing, and I see that as a utility. I know I'm a collector myself, and I'm in on a lot of these projects that are on these, in the conference. So that's awesome. I see that as a utility. Mental health is key. It's key. And I feel like all of us from Chicago, it's got to be something in that water. I think it's because
when you drink it.
the pizza
Yeah.
the pizza's different out here. We have the best
The
pizza.
hot dogs.
Hot dog. It's something about being from Chicago. It just makes you stronger. You're
Right.
born with the callus. I definitely see
Yeah.
that in you, even though again you wear your heart on your sleeve, but you're definitely you're a strong, independent, successful lady boss leader. Like that's who you are. That's what you present, and then that's what you offer to your audience and your community. So kudos for that. Kudos for that. Andy said, "Where do you get all your positive energy from?"
Celsius and Ghost.
And coffee.
Just and coffee and I mean, going through these things kind of like makes you persevere and be resilient towards these things, which brings me to say, I am working on a book, so this book will eventually be part utility in the future, but because of how hard sometimes people have it, it is always good to tell your story. So this is kind of what drove me to start writing this. And a lot of people being with the criminal justice background, and how I saw a lot of things that that weren't right. That's why.
Yep, I definitely hear that. Let's see. This question comes. It's an anonymous question. Okay, how do goals help you become a better leader? I like that.
How do goals? Whenever I have goals, and I accomplish them, it just makes me become a better leader, because you feel some sense of you completed something. So once you completed your goal, um, it makes you a better leader, because now you can pull somebody else with you and help them be a leader. So all in all, nobody's better than the other one. We all, we're all the same to me. Like they say, we all bleed the same. We all, poop the same. So to me, it's like, if you're not bringing somebody else with you so they can go and lead somebody else, then I didn't do my job. I didn't meet my goal. So that's how I would answer that.
Good answer. Good answer. So I'm all about crypto. So what crypto is on your list as far as like pairing it with your project? I know we talked about Solana, we talked about Ethereum, we talked about Polymatic. What's one crypto that you're most, I guess, bullish on, and especially for your project?
Okay, so my project in particular is on Solana, because I thought about the accessibility that it might have for people. Of course, not everybody's on Solana, on SolSea. So it kind of like, it kind of did set me back a little bit. And not only because of that, but because I was a handwritten artist. Like I hand drew everything. So I'm not a generative art, but there is one coming, and I'm slowly minting it on OpenSea. So to answer the question, I'm very versatile. So right now I do have Polygon, a small collection on Polygon that is slowly minting as of last week. Not a big launch, I didn't kind of promote it or anything, just because the project was already established through SolSea. And so I do have the SolSea collection and a mini collection in Polygon. I do have like where I do my giveaways on Ethereum. So I do hold like all three of them. And just because, again, the mindset of being versatile and diverse and being able to include all demographics is my main goal. And that's why I hold so so many different
Yeah,
varieties.
definitely. And I see that safety is a priority for you. I know you've talked
Right.
about having multiple wallets, multiple burner wallets, which is key. As we see, there's
Right.
a lot of scams and rug pulls on Solana, on OpenSea. Um, but definitely tell us about like the onboarding, like when somebody comes to your community, how do you just help them out and not, kind of like avoid them from these
Right.
bad things, even though it's a part of crypto, as you know. But just tell us about like how are you helping someone, new to your community and basically train or showing them the ropes.
So a lot of times I kind of ask where they're at, and if they're full blown new, I just want to learn about NFTs. I don't know what it is, yada yada. I do suggest them to get on a call with me so I could tell them, look, you need to build a wallet and this is how you build it. I have walked some of my community members through those steps where we get on like a screen share or even a call.
Yep.
But like, for example, when you drop your wallet on this particular channel, it's only viewable by admin, which is only two of us that are an admin. It's three of us. And then when you drop this wallet, I make sure to tell them that that's not your permanent wallet, that this is going to be your burner wallet. You're going to have to create multiple wallets. And then once you get to that point, you're going to want to invest in a cold wallet, because once you have all your assets together and you're deep in this space, yes, I see. You get you a ledger like that. Yeah, I love it. So the only thing about that, I told my husband one time, and this is going to be a funny joke. I said, "Hun, I'm really scared," and I think I made a video on this. I said, "I'm really scared because the movies, like when Mission Impossible, they're trying to go after this guy for this chip, and they kill him, and they go and rob his house, and they go dig through his desk and everything." I said, "What if that happens to me, babe? Because I'm gonna have everything in that thing." And he's like, "You'll probably lose it by then because you lose all your USBs." And I said, "That's even worse." No, but I mean, it's just a joke. But I mean, it is really good to have it on that, because everything that's stored in the web is like, those barriers can be broken, even though there is some there, they can be broken. So yeah.
I agree. Cold storage, is definitely key. But then obviously there are perks. If you want to get an airdrop, then you're better off with the warm wallet or a hot wallet.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
putting it in a bunker, and then hopefully nobody can find it. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, kudos to that. Let's see what
Any more questions?
we got. I don't know if let me see. Got some in the chat.
Oh, also, I did want to mention, I mean, for those that were asking, where can we find me? There's a QR code right here too.
Oh, yeah.
You can scan it, and it has all my links. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited about what's coming. We have this team coming up, and because of the accessibility and the cost effectiveness, I believe it's going to be such a great thing for the community. Especially because like I mentioned before, not everybody comes in with a capital to build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have some great people behind you. I know JD, he's in the chat right now. He's definitely a great person, but tell us like some names that have helped you, get to where you're at.
So some people that kind of have inspired me, and it's for the lack of recognition right now that kind of in the beginning and kind of came through my whole journey. I would say Neatly Reckless, Decentralife, which is Shauna and Dom, and also Jeslip, which is Jessica, and I might have it wrong. But her handle is Jeslip, and then JD. Also, there's an admin that I have. that his name is Paradox Kashal. He's also been through, through the whole journey, helping me with Discord and everything else. He doesn't really have a TikTok, or, we don't engage too much, but like in the community. But he's a Middle Eastern guy, and he has been amazing to being able to bring value to the Discord, and, running the community when I'm not there, or when I wake up late, because I have this weird routine in the morning. But yeah, those people have helped me throughout the way. And I just to throw it in there, I don't believe, you need a big follow to be impactful in someone's life. So yeah.
Definitely, you're efficient with your time, and I was going to ask you, like, can you just share one of the like time management skills that you pretty much have?
Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm like all nasty looking. But anyway, so for now, and what I have kind of implemented was do Mondays and Fridays are kind of my chill days. The 3 days in between, which is, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I basically I have a little schedule where Mondays is just like messaging and going back and forth, where I don't have to like sit at my desk. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays is when I have all my activities. And then Fridays is kind of like I kind of like chill and take in like DMs again and everything. On weekends, and I'm gonna say I try, because half the time it doesn't happen, but I try to be off. I do get in there still, and do TikToks or whatever. And then it ends up being a lot more time than I expected, which but still, it's still not as bad as other days. So Mondays and Fridays are my rest days, and Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays are my active days. A lot of times, well, not a lot of times, I use spreadsheets for my giveaways, for my admin, for, forms, and those forms kind of generate a spreadsheet whenever they fill them out. And I keep them contained where it's just 1 or 2 people, which is one of my admins, that have access to it, because it does have, your wallet. Even though it's a burner wallet, it's still sensitive information, your address, or, whatever. So I do contain that in a safe space, a place. And that's just how I manage being able to kind of schedule these things. I have my calendar with my alerts for my spaces and everything else. One key point that I would recommend, and this is for anybody like planning, is on your slowest day, just pick that slowest day, which for me is Sunday night or Monday morning. I post all my events that I have for the week, for the whole week. So if I have a space on Tuesday, if I have a live on Thursday, I post those on my Discord. And then I go in, well, first you got to post them on Twitter or whatever. And then you kind of like go into your Discord and plan them, because you need those links and all that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty organized.
Wow. So as you know, like crypto, we're in a bit of crypto winter. It's definitely going up, down, sideways, whatever you have it. But like, where do you see the NFTs going next year?
Okay, so NFTs, I believe, like anything else, can go up and down. But I also believe that, in my perspective, they can be going up too. And whether or not I know for a fact they're going to stay. Okay, whether it's low or high, they're going to stay, because this is the technology that we have, right? And for that matter, I'm going to stay too. But not only, even if they do go, hypothetically, which I don't think is going to happen, I think that just the space alone in itself is great to just keep connecting, and possibly, doing some meetups and all this community building. So I believe that in itself is already a win, because you have met these wonderful people that can give in and pour into your life. Not only that, but also kind of combine ideas. So NFTs for sure. I believe they're staying. I don't know about y'all, but yeah.
I'm on the same boat. I'm a huge advocate for crypto and NFT space. We just seen Kanye West. He's finally the GOAT. He's getting into the whole marketplace. So it's definitely going mainstream. As you see, like we have Burger King doing NFTs. Everybody's pretty much getting their own NFTs. So it's definitely gonna. I feel it's gonna be here for. It's definitely gonna be here. I mean, they don't call it the blockchain for no reason. It's permanent.
We ain't going nowhere.
It's forever, right? So it's basically up to us to adapt, and everybody's building. Everybody's building Web3 or Web2 or NFTs or crypto staking. So there's tons of projects out there. So one person can always get overwhelmed, but like I said, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your mental health. I love how you're time and regiment oriented. I know, do you write stuff down or do you just stick to Excel sheets or Google? Are you old school? That's what I do, or that's what I'm trying to incorporate, is just writing everything down. You basically.
So if, sorry to interrupt, but if you, I'm all about writing stuff down like on my tablet or on my phone, but granted, sometimes when you are, for example, now, or when you're in a meeting, like a professional meeting, you don't want to be on your tablet or on your phone because, it doesn't look very professional. So what you do is you write it down. Maybe if I see fit that it's very important or not, I'll transfer it to my tablet. But definitely the key is to write it down or write the most important points down, because it kind of emulates and stick to your head. So that's a good thing that you write stuff down.
I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to boss up. I'm trying to boss my life up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know, like, family is huge for you. I know you have a good sized family. I'm a father as well. How do you wear so many different hats? I mean, I see you doing everything. You're a professional speaker, you're a professional marketer, you're a professional boss, lady.
I think when I started the NFT, it kind of started coming out because I'm very introverted. If I don't feel comfortable with someone or don't know them, I kind of, or like they're not in my face, like, I'm very kind of like standoffish, because I want to know where they're coming from, right? What their angle is. But yes, and I totally forgot the question. but yeah, how do I deal with family?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like everything else and how I view things, it takes a team. For example, if I didn't have, the team I have now with Discord and NFTs, I can't do it all. So it's same at home. And you can possibly see how a person handles things in their life, how they're going to handle it in public as well. And, because people say it starts at home, right? So whenever, for example, now that I'm on this live or whatever, my husband takes care of everything. He cleans, he washes dishes, he does laundry, he does everything. We are not solely like dedicated, because you're a woman, you have to do this in the kitchen or whatever. Not, no, we're humans, so we all do it all. So that has been a big help, and so has, the children. Most of them are already grown. I have two that are in the house still, they're toddlers, so the children are already out of the house, but they do help. Like if I have to go on a trip, or if I have a meeting or something, hey, I'll come and watch them, or things like that. So I think it does take a team, and that's just how I do it. Like family is a big help. And speaking of family, just making sure that they know exactly what to do in order to accomplish the goal that you're trying to accomplish.
Definitely. Wow, that was awesome. Let's see, we got a question here. We've spoken of doing a free mint with no utility just for the art. and 100% community, fun, and Discord build up. You ready? Well, I guess it was just someone, Jez said that. But yeah,
Yes.
your Discord is pretty awesome. There's a lot of great people in there, and there's a lot of women in the NFT market, and they're doing bigger things. We have marketing people, we have people that have other projects, solo projects. So it's, I guess you can say your Discord is like an incubator for a lot of startups, and you definitely
Right.
onboarding everybody that's coming in. As soon as I join, you get greeted. Everybody's doing conversation. You have different channels. You have mental health channel. You do battle royals,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. And it's kind of like it gives everybody something to do in the Discord. Would you like mind telling us a little bit about your battle royals?
Yeah, the battle royales are on Tuesdays, and we kind of go on live on TikTok so we can kind of like have everybody come in and see, y'all can see my face and everything else. But we get them in there. We do about 2 to 5 of them, whatever time permits. And with every win, they get a free NFT. So now we have gotten to the point where we have other projects airdropping us and donating to the cause and giving us some NFTs so we can be able to give back to the community as well. So we started off with, giving out Lady Boss leaders, but then we're also now currently doing a combination of all that, which brings me to the free mint that Jeslip was talking about. We're also doing the free mint and this is currently on OpenSea. We did the free mint with those so we can also give them away so we could be more versatile with different crypto tokens, and also doing the free mint, which will include this is separate from the giveaways, which will include like the community being able to go and mint them for free so they can also give them out to their communities.
Wow.
So
awesome.
It's a lot, huh? It's a lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot of information on your Discord. There's a lot of information that you're giving out on your TikToks. There's giveaways. What I like about your project and your presentation that you bring is basically somebody that doesn't have the funds but has the time. They can contribute, and they can be a part of something bigger. They could be a part of a DAO. They could be a part of a community. That's what I like. That's what you provide. So you don't need the funds per se, but if you have the time, then you can get something out of it, which is great. And you're doing lives, you're giving stuff away, which is awesome. But then you're also bringing awareness to other projects. I've seen you do giveaways for other people, so it's awesome. It's a win-win. Is there anything that you want to talk about? I know I want to give you the platform. I'm definitely honored that you're presenting. Is there anything you want to tell the audience, or if you want to ask me a question? I know some dude.
So so now what do you think is kind of like the most important thing within a NFT project? And I know, I feel like I'm going towards the right direction, but I know I've gotten some feedback on you guys, but what do you think I can improve? Or feedback is really important, because if you don't have that, then you don't know what to change or what to accommodate for. But what do you think is like really mostly important besides community in the space?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm a big collector. I have a couple of wallets, multiple wallets, I guess you can say, and I've been in tons of Discords, tons of projects. And one big thing is transparency. That's what I look at. I don't look at ETH volume, trading volume, market liquidity. There's a lot of gauges that you can gauge a project, but I like transparency. And what I'm talking about is, like, say if I join your Discord, is somebody greeting me? Is there an interaction? If I ask a question, how long is it before I get a response? Right away? Is it a tomorrow? Is it the next day? That's how I measure a project. And then I just like somebody that's on live. I like seeing somebody knowing what I'm investing, whether it's my time, whether it's my liquidity, fiat. That's what I look in as far as a project. I'm not artistic. I can't pick figures. Maybe I've taken a lot of courses that you or JD does the Blender, and I'm starting to learn. Blender. I actually have a background in computer science, so I do know how to program and 3D model. But it's been so long. I've been in sales for a decade. I'm in wireless sales. So, but that's something that I look for in a project is transparency. Your word is your word. Basically, if you say you're going to be there, if you say you're going to host a Twitter space at a certain time, and if it's there, then it's there. If it's not, then that's kind of like where I would say, oh, we have something something going on here. But basically.
I have a quote for the word thing, and I had it on my spreadsheet. I'm gonna pull it up, but it's my word. My word is gold. If you cannot hold up to it, so don't commit to it. that's my that's what I live by. So you're totally correct on that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still a student in this. I've been in crypto, but I'm still learning about NFTs, and there's so much you can be overwhelmed right away. But I watch your content; it's great. I watch the people that you follow or that you support, and I learn a lot. And it's all free. Like this is free information, and it's a good positive energy.
And I'll tell you what, like sometimes it's so much that it's hard to keep up with and document, because there has been times where, I do some today and there's other stuff going around. So I don't have the time to, post it. Well, now it's a week later and it's like, oh man, I forgot to post that. It can help somebody. So then I just post it then, it's not something that's like very important at the moment, but it can be important for somebody in the future. So that's really important for you to not forget to document everything, guys. And also, I don't know how much time we have, but before I do go, I do want to thank also Glitzy Mystico and there's this other one in our Discord that has been really supportive, Pat, and I don't know their full handle because they're long, and CC Connie, that's her handle, something like that. But they've been very supportive, and I believe without them we wouldn't be able to build this team that we are, because we're branching out to onboard more people. And like I said, they're all going to be on our website, and it's so exciting because now we have people that are willing to help other people. So it's not just me helping other people, so I'm very excited about that.
Definitely. Glitzy is a good friend. I've hung out with her and you in the metaverse, right? There's something called Decentraland, and metaverse for everybody listening out there. You don't need an Oculus, but you can attend. Anybody with a computer and a decent graphics card. But tell us about the Decentraland. I know you've been on there. Glitz has been on there. I mean, it's definitely growing. It's something I'm doing on my spare time.
I think it's very interesting how you could just walk through, different areas, and you can even have wearables, do the hats, the everything. But what's most interesting to me is that every wearable is basically like an NFT. So you kind of have to purchase that in order to be able to wear it, which is cool, because it's like you have a unique trait or you have a unique thing to your avatar. So that's a very out of this world experience, but very good. I do recommend anybody that has not had that experience to at least go in there one time, and you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, the fact that you can wear the art is game changing. There's something called a proof of attendance token or protocol, which is a POP. So
Oh,
basically it's giving function or utility to somebody that goes to your event. If you have a art show in the metaverse and you're showcasing art, but anybody that attends can get a free NFT or a wearable, this is a proof of attendance protocol. So it's definitely huge. I like the fact that you can play to earn. You don't need actual money. You can actually just spend your time in Decentraland, and then you can actually use that for a token and then buy the wearable, which is, you know, things, clothing. You know, I seen a DJ booth, which I'm gonna get one day. Somebody was walking around with a whole portable DJ booth. And I DJ, by the way, but I do want to play for you guys in the metaverse. Hopefully, maybe we can manifest me in a DJ booth in Decentraland.
yeah.
Everybody, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's give you the last 2 minutes. I know you wanted to thank people. Is there any final words from you?
No, I just want to thank, also Bear, NFT Bear and Andy for holding, this conference and being able to provide, a space where we can actually have a voice and be able to get to the community and tell them what we're working on, what we're all about, because that's very important. Nobody will be able to know unless you are given that opportunity. So I really appreciate them for all the hard work that they've been doing. I can only imagine, because I have, put together, organized some events, and I can't imagine how, all the nicks and things that they had to come through. It's amazing how we just came to this, and also hope, anticipating the future, because I can't wait for this to go like in real life. So I just want to thank them. I want to thank you for interviewing me. You're amazing. And yeah, guys, everybody that's been so supportive. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for giving me, like I said, the opportunity to interview. Was last minute, but you're a professional. You're a great speaker. I Anything you talk about, I'm focused.
Right.
Thank you for, like I said, letting me interview you. I know we've had a lot of great talent here. Thank you to all the sponsors. Obviously, NFT Bear, the G.
Yes.
We got to thank him. Andy, he's working back there, typing, looking at multiple screens like the Matrix. But thanks, guys. Thanks to everybody in the comments. It's been a good one.
Yes. Thank you for all the hosts. They taking their time out of their lives as well to interview as well. They're amazing. Everybody's amazing. Thank you, guys.
Learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yes.
I got notes right here. I got the marketing was awesome. Like I took one class of marketing, but now I have more knowledge on it.
Right. Yeah, and maybe here in the future we can all meet up somewhere in space, or in real life.
Will there be a part two, or will there be an actual physical
Right.
event in Atlanta? Who knows? But I know, we might see each other there, hopefully, or Alan probably going to be the headliner.
Right.
But yeah,
It's awesome. It's awesome.
been
I really appreciate you guys.
no,
Thank you.
honor is mine. Thank you.
Thank you.